What is going on, everybody? It is I, Fumincho. And today, we're playing a new game. At least I think we are. Oh, goodness. It's been a little while since I've been in front of, like, the stream. You know, it's been a little while since I've done this thing. It's been over, like, feels like it's been forever. That was a good ending of the song. It really was. I don't know why I'm wearing this hoodie. Maybe I am camera shy. That is weird. I don't know why I'm wearing this hoodie because it is like 88 degrees outside right now. But it's supposed to storm all week, so there's that. That'll be kind of nice. Oh goodness, working on a big boy video. Probably, I don't know if it's the biggest video I've ever worked on. I still think Hair and Anime was like a very... What's the opposite of misbegotten? Alexa, what is the opposite of misbegotten?
Here's something I found on the web. According to forward.com, translated in English as misbegotten, according to the JPS Tanakh, but also commonly known as a bastard or illegitimate child. A momzer is a child born to a married woman fathered by a man
Alexa,
other than her husband, or a child
Alexa,
born from an
stop. So the opposite of misbegotten. Misbegotten meaning ill-conceived, starting off on the wrong foot, starting poorly. The opposite of that. I think that my Hair and Anime video is the least misbegotten video I've ever made, I think. But this feels, it feels like I'm on, I'm on one of those kinds of binges again, where I get kind of obsessive and try to make everything look and sound as pretty as possible, which isn't easy, because I'm not good at this. I'm really not. I'm not a good YouTuber. That's something that I've definitely had to come to terms with, is like, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at speaking my opinion and talking about things. At least in comparison to other people that are extremely good at those things. In other news, I have a big boy video coming out this week. Probably either Thursday or Friday. Hopefully. I'm not making any promises, but I'm going to absolutely try to get it done by Thursday. I'm not even halfway done with the video, but I haven't, like, truly sat down and, like, sunk in hours yet. That's going to be later tonight and tomorrow night. I'm going to really try to put the time in and get that thing done. It's very frustrating. It's very difficult, but also extremely fun. It is really, really fun. It's really fun to improvise edits. It's really fun to like watch something and be like, oh, what if I put this here instead? And then you put that thing there that you were thinking of, and then it just like gets better. Like the video just like becomes better. Like, wow, like I would have never thought of that if I didn't do this and that. And now this is a part of the video now. I don't know. You do love your challenges, yeah. Analysis would like to, but can't do it nicely. You would like to do more, like, analysis. I can't do analysis. I can't sound smart. And I can't pretend to sound smart. I don't think that that's something I'm good at. That's not my forte. I've noticed that, like, if I be honest with myself and be honest with the audience and just, like, talk from the heart, even though I'm going to say stupid things... that's where the best videos come from, in my opinion. I think that's why people enjoy my Made in Abyss content, is because I'm not trying to be like, well, in this episode, if you look back on episode 3, this is what Waco meant when she said this one thing, that this meant this and that and this. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Life hack. What's up, Crisis Cannibal? The CDC recommends washing our hands for over 15 to 30 seconds. Over a year, this can be a whole of 24 hours wasted. So stop washing your hands and gain an extra day a year. Or you could just wash your hands for 24 hours straight once a year. That way you don't have to remember to wash them. It's pretty smart, dude. It's pretty smart. Thank you so much for the sub. How many months is that? That's 24 months! Holy cow, we've been doing this for over 2 years. That's crazy. That's really funny. There was a bit, I was watching Dashi was like doing something, and he mentioned this at like the end of his video. It's like, so if I put hand sanitizer on my hands, where's my hand sanitizer? I can't find it. But if oh, there it is over there. Hang on. Actually, need a little spritz of some Sandy anyway. Need a little Sandy right now. So this, get a little squeeze. I'm not going to completely steal his bit. I'm just explaining it. So this kills 99.9% of germs, right? So right now there's a 0.1% of germs on my hands right now. Right? And basically he just does it again, and it's like, well, that just took care of the rest, right? And it's, I'm not even a fan of Dachi. My girlfriend showed me that, and I started laughing so much. It's such a funny joke to me. Where it's like, the first time killed 99.9%, so if I just do it again, that's going to get the other 1%, right? If we do 99% again, like, of course that's going to take care of the other 1% that was left behind from the last time I sanitized my hands. Alright, now my hands are 100% sanitized. There's not a single germ on my hands right now. Oh god, this stuff smells foul. But then I just rubbed my hands on my shorts, and now my hands have germs all over them. So, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it'll kill 99% of germs, but like, you just touch one single object. Not even a specific, like a dirty object, just anything. Like this right here, this pop filter. This has spit and probably like saliva and just like hair and fucking skin and just like bleh, bleh, all over this thing. I touch that, my hands are filthy now. I touch my hair, just fucking dead skin and dandruff. Like, this hand, if you like put this under the light now, it's gonna be like, even your arm hair. Yeah, I know, exactly. Like, you just touched a single, like, germs are everywhere. They're crawling on your face, in your eyeballs. No, it just takes another 99% off of that 1%. Bro, clean your body in your house. I don't know what to tell you. But that's, I'm not saying, I'm not a dirty person, alright? I shower regularly. I haven't shaved in a couple of days. You'll have to forgive me there. But I'm clean, okay? I'm clean. For the most part. I could be a little sloppy sometimes. I got like clothes and stuff on the floor. I'm like a normal dirty. I don't think you'd walk into my room and be like, oh, this is disgusting in here. It'd be like, oh, he's just like a sloppy dude that just like a messy guy, I guess. Well, what I'm saying is natural germs that exude off of our bodies, that's with everybody. Everyone has, their hair is made up of dead skin follicles, right? Every time you speak, there's germs flying out of your fucking mouth, just like, ugh, just everywhere. Every single time you speak. And God forbid I breathe. You saying I don't have to shave? Nah, I gotta shave. It gets itchy. I stopped breathing 20 years ago. Yeah, that's the life hack right there. That's definitely a life hack. Stop breathing. I swear you'll be happier. He goes into a full cleanse mode every second. What's been going on? I ate some Jack in the Box tacos the other day. This is like my chance to like vent, by the way. Just imagine I'm on stage. This is like a stand-up special. This is when the jokes are not funny and they just kind of like we're bridging the gap between a joke and a joke. So the other day, I'm having Jack in the Box tacos, right? They're yummy. They're greasy. And the thing is, I know what those tacos do to me. They're going to give me horrible heartburn. They're going to give me terrible heartburn, and I'm going to have a bad time. It is not designed to have more than 2 Jack in the Box tacos. That is not, do not eat more than 2. Jack in the Box tacos, that's not a meal. That's a snack. Or like a little lunch. You know? So I'm having these tacos, everything's fine. I get the heartburn. But then I realized there's just grease everywhere on my shirt. So I didn't realize that the whole time I was eating these tacos, they were just dripping in. I don't think. Long story short, I don't think I can eat Jack in the Box anymore. It's the greasiest of things, and it hurts my heart. And then yesterday, I had elotes with like this hot sauce on it. My girlfriend called it pica. I'm not sure what that means. I think I asked her, and she was like, "It's just spicy. That's pica." It had pica all over it. And that wrecked me. And it's like, I knew what it was going to do. I knew as I was eating that, and it was delicious, mind you. As I was eating, I'm like, I know this is going to screw me over. I know I'm going to have problems later. And sure enough, I did. I'm still being affected by it. Like, my stomach still does not feel right from, like... I ate this, like, in the afternoon yesterday. That damn pica, man. But elotes are fire, though. You can have it with Valentina. That's not as spicy. And that's, like, honestly, I kind of prefer it that way, if I'm being 100%. Anyway, we are here to play video games. That's what we do around here. Never give... I swear I turned that off before we jumped over here. That's what my dad does. Yeah, Valentina's not too hot. It's just very flavorful. It's such a flavorful sauce. One of my favorite hot sauces. It's just... so good. Put that shit on some eggs. Ooh, you're in business. Ooh, you are in business. Valentina's really good just on tacos, too. If you're making some just, like, shredded chicken tacos or... Just do it. Man, that's good. Anyway, yeah, we are here to play a video game. Let me switch my input here. One of these days I'll get a... I guess a third monitor would do the trick, but I don't know. So this is The Forgotten City. Now, I have never played this game. I've heard Jeff Grubb talk about it on his podcast, GamesBeat Decides. And he spoke very highly of it. Apparently, it is made with a Skyrim mod. So this game is a Skyrim mod, technically, but they, like, made a full game within the engine of Skyrim. It has nothing to do with Elder Scrolls. It has nothing to do with Skyrim, but it is made with those tools. And I just found that really interesting. The fact that that was released and sold, and people played it. And it's got good reviews. I've just heard a lot of praise, and it's kind of like a mystery. We're talking to people a lot. There's not much action, I don't think. I thought it would be a good game to, you know, chill the night with, you know. And we got some agua. So we're doing all right. The Forgotten City, baby. How are you doing, Neko? Oh my god, that's loud. Is that loud? That was very loud. That, like, scared me, actually. But see, then it says it's Unreal Engine, so maybe it's not a Skyrim mod. Or maybe it was a Skyrim mod, and then they decided to make it into a game. Oh my god. What are we in store for? As you'll discover, this game is full of intrigue and plot twists. Please give your audience spoiler warning before sharing content from beyond the white hallway, so that interested players can fully enjoy the experience for themselves if they wish to. Okay, I really appreciate that. Okay. I mean, this game's like a year old now, but... Alright, they got everything on. Even larger text. We'll do normal. I think we can do normal. Let's do the brightness up just a little bit. Motion blur off. That's all fine. I think we're okay here. I can turn that sensitivity up a little bit. I think we're good. Weapon pro. So there is weapons. Okay. No! Ugh! All right, hang on, chat. do here? Motion blur off. Okay, it did save. Okay. Okay. This game was developed by a core team of 3 people over 4 years. This is a mystery adventure with multiple endings. It rewards thoughtful conversation and exploration. No brute force. The fate of the city is in your hands. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Okay.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Oh. That's a woman. I guess we'll be a man. What's our name? His name is John Cena. No, I don't want to be John Cena. No, do. This is what you want? I forgot to set him up. I forgot I even owned this. Let's have John Cena sitting up there. How about that? I like... It feels weird not using my name, to be honest with you. No, but I don't want to be Dylan, though. Let's just be Fumi. My name is Thomas. Oh, can I not choose that? What's going on? Does it have to be my name? I think I'm hitting up and that's like starting it over. No, I'll be Dylan. We'll fully immerse ourselves in this world.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Years of studying history give you occasional Oh, okay, so we're like choosing our origins. Your time on the run from authorities has made you quick on your feet, and you're 25% faster at sprinting. Let's be an archaeologist.
Oh, you're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me.
I'm sorry?
He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out.
But why am I helping
I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse.
Why can't you go?
I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here,
Oh.
no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Mind if I ask some questions first?
Oh, Of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know?
Where are we?
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
What can you tell me about the ruins?
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
Who is Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
You're being very pushy about this. What's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
You're not even going to tell me your name?
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
I'd really like to know, especially if I'm going to be helping you.
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I don't know about all that. Are we at this point where, like, you can't even, like... Nah, I don't think that. Like, if I meet someone and her name is Karen, I'm not like, ugh, a Karen. Like, I don't... That's just really rude, and, like, who thinks that? That seems like a bit much to me. Well, thank you for saving my life, Karen.
You're welcome. Always happy to help. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Have you tried calling for help?
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Well, that's all the questions I had.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
All right, I'm in.
Thank you. The entrance is
pass.
just past those columns behind
See,
you.
she is such a Karen.
Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Yeah, I got a question. Did you want to see my manager? Ooh, that's a nice torch. Okay.
Back already? What's up? Thanks again. And please, hurry.
What's she got here? Okay, there is a jump, which is nice. I kind of like the way my arms just kind of... Look at my arms here. They just kind of... just flail about in the air. Whoa! Whoa! What do they do? What is this? Just like, huh? Huh? Is that what we do when we jump?
The ruins are just beyond those columns. Please, hurry.
Oh, this is kind of nice. Ooh, I quite like this. Well, hang on, we got secrets. What about secrets? A rusted metal torch, which must have been lit by Al and going the right way. Ooh, how nice is this? This is kind of great so far. She looks great, though. Like, graphically? Like, oh, she looks realistic? Or, like, are you attracted to her? I have a scary feeling that my flashlight will run out of batteries, so I'm preserving it. Okay, we can't just jump up everything all willy-nilly. There is definitely a path. Both? Both is good. Alright. A backpack full of worn hiking clothes and empty food packets. Nothing valuable here, but still, it seems strange that Al left it behind.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation, or a warning. Al Worth.
Well, okay. Excuse me? Oh, shit. Oh, shit! Whoa, dude. A backpack is stupid useful. Why not take it? Yeah, I would have taken it. You got any thoughts on the note? We're gonna be dealing with, like, some kind of morality system. Would be my guess. Like, something... Because it said that those who don't live virtuous or are not good people, essentially, shall be bathed in gold, but they die, basically. Gold. Oh God. Wasn't it like that in The Mummy? I don't know, you'll have to remind me. A young Roman woman in a pose of lamentation. Alexa, meaning of the word lamentation.
Lamentation is usually defined as the act of lamenting or expressing grief, feeling or expressing sorrow or regret for.
Thank you, Alexa. Yeah, look. What's that sound? My God. They're all like scared. Midas touch curse. You're totally right. You're totally right. These are not statues. These are people, dude. That's a person. He was turned to gold. She was turned to gold. Yeah, look, he's like running away from something. That is not a statue. A Roman gladiator mid-stride. What could have made a gladiator flee? Whatever this is? Man, that... Oh, shit. Man, this is very well designed. Love this stuff. And it is a little scary. Look at this. Wow. Incredible design. Young Roman woman. It looks like she was begging for her life. Why am I here? Neko, don't have nightmares. It's gonna be okay. Don't be scared. I'm really in awe of this design. This is fantastic. The scale here, like, look at that, dude. The ceiling's like breaking here. Like, this just looks incredible. Are we outside? We're in a cave right now. I thought she looked at me for a second. I was about to screech. A Roman military commander attempting to scramble away from something. Look at you go. Does it hurt? Do you still feel pain? This is Dr. Stone vibes, right? She looked up, you saw? Yeah, she looked up, right? It looks like she just tilted her head. Okay, fire does not hurt us down here. A Roman legionary in a state of terror. Whoa! Are they alive? Do you think they can move? Okay. Dude. Well, there's fire over there. A Roman woman who appears to be praying for help that never came. Should we? Should I at least try? Oh my god. think I'll be cursed? I don't think it'll let me. I gotta get it, like, over here. There's enough space there to make this work. She's heavy. I kinda wanna keep trying, dude. There we go. Oh, shit. I don't think it'll let me. I think there's an invisible wall there. The same as it is for me. I don't think it'll let me. I'm supposed to be the responsible one today. Okay, so that's them speaking, dude. Yeah, you're supposed to keep me in check, Neko. I'm sorry. I should have listened. Dude.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options. Death, and that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. And find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
That's Al, dude. A golden statue of an old man wearing modern clothing. This must be Al. But how is that possible? I don't know, yeah. This is Skyrim? No, it's made in the... It's a Skyrim mod. I might be wrong on that, though. I'm not 100% sure. That's what I heard originally. That's what Jeff Grubb told me. A young Roman woman in a state of panic. Whoa! Don't panic! God, I love this design, though. This is awesome. Just as like a history buff, this is fun to explore. You slept a good amount to stay up for this? Okay, cool. I actually slept pretty well, too. I had a badass nap earlier. Oh, God. Find the doorway into the past. Oh, God, I'm scared. A Roman man on his knees, as if begging his gods for mercy. Do not beg. Stand up. The remains of a human, whoever it was, died a long time ago. we going in? How cool does that look? Ah! Ah! This is the noise I would make if I was going through a portal. Could I have sprinted through the portal? Whoa. Forget me not. Oh, that should have been the title of the stream. Oh, I kind of want to change the title of the stream now. It's to dude. You're totally right. This is the same area. This is where the portal...
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Proserpina? Shrine of I'm Dylan, and I've just come from the future.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here.
Seriously, what's today's date?
We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March?
What year?
It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the Empire are you from, exactly?
It's so funny to talk about time in such a... Wait, so help me out. Is this before or after Christ?
Hey, not so loud. Just saying that name could land you in trouble here. If you haven't heard, his cultists burned down half of Rome last year.
Oh, shit.
Horrible business. I heard Nero executed some of them, but a lot of people are still angry with them, even down here. So, if you're one of them, keep it to yourself. But listen,
Galerius is our
most
boy.
folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Your laws?
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
Alright. Lead the way.
Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it, and her, if I were you. She's... it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived. and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be
This is
working
fascinating.
the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
Alright, lead the way.
Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. Who's up these stairs?
I don't know. But I aim to find out. So this is an isekai. We know that. Whoa.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Dylan.
A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get
I like
to
his
that.
voice.
But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
It's beautiful.
Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
I want to be genuine with him. So, have I experienced something like that? I don't think so. I'm gonna say no. I can't say I have.
Nor could I
Pass.
until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
Oh, I love that these questions will be available later. That's good to know. So basically, if a single person sins, we all get turned to gold? So what we were witnessing in the present, that was like an apocalyptic event for these people. That wasn't like, oh, these are all the people that have sinned. One of those people sinned and did something wrong. And that destroyed the entire community, the whole city. The whole city was lost. But yeah, how did Al... So Al went into the past, right? Ugh. I don't know what's going on. I kind of want to order a drink. I kind of want to order a drink now. I'm getting kind of way into this. I need to charge my phone though. Let me get my usual. I might even grab a snack. Somebody must have been a little too into eating their Chobani strawberry yogurt. Mini break? No, I can just order it real quick. Be here in 15 to 30 minutes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is making me crave some wine, dude. I got some wine. They were eating the pork burger? What counts as a sin here?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries. Barbaric?
Barbaric? What are you talking about?
Oh, God.
The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations. And when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
My mistake. I have to remember, like, this is a different time, man.
I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
What did you mean when you said Prospina sent me?
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to
Should've just let him rock.
the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
You're right. I'm from 2,000 years in the future.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please, tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us, of this city?
Ooh, this is so cool, man. You'd all been turned into golden statues.
I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
How does the ritual work?
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I did see human remains in the temple.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
I'll do my best.
Well, I suppose
I'm on
that's
this guy's
all I
side.
can ask.
I'm fully on board with him. I love him. Like, why do I desire to go back to my own time right now? Like, why would I desire such a thing? This game is giving me no... Like, I'm comfy here, so I'm not even going to ask that. Why can't you investigate?
Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal.
True.
As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election.
Oh.
The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough. Do you have any suspects?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
How do I know that you're not the person responsible?
Me? Why would you suspect me? I've just told you. I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure these people have a second chance. What reason could you possibly have to suspect me, of all people?
Fair point. I don't know who you are, bro.
I'm glad you think so. Without trust, without each other, we won't be able to
Okay, I need to
prevent
trust him.
what
I
is
need to
about
trust him.
happen.
If I do this, will you help me get back to my... That's all the questions I had.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
All right, I'm in.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
All right, I'll get started.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Fascinating. Denarius, plural denari, an ancient Roman coin made of silver. Scintilla to Sentius. May Jupiter, Optimus, Maximus continue to protect and guide you. Thank you for making me your daughter, and for the lovely birthday pendant. I promise I will wear it always. There's a summary too, it's really nice. Scintilla expresses gratitude to Sentius for adopting her. So, he has an adoptive daughter. I think I had turned the brightness down a little bit. Oh, but turn that motion blur off. Yeah, that looks much better. Stream lagging or just me? We dropped a couple of frames, but it should be okay. It should be okay. Okay, let me take a quick break. I'll be right back. Okay, my apologies. That was like, it's actually pretty hot now. I'm taking this off. It's actually, kind of raining out there now. That was the fastest I've ever gotten my groceries. Usually it takes a lot longer. Oh, that has an address on it. Let's not show that. Oh, it's not even chilled, though. Come on. I thought it'd be chilled. Like, that was super fast, right? That was like less than 15 minutes. What is happening here? What is this? I need hair gel badly. This is a poor haircut. In all honesty, it's a poor haircut. I've heard as long as you don't show the bottle, YouTube won't demonetize you. You can drink on YouTube, you just can't show the bottle. You can't know that that person is drinking. Oh, a toast. A toast, sure. Broszka. Delicious water. All right. So, this guy has a... What is this? A small household shrine where ancient Romans offered daily prayers for protection. This guy does have an adoptive daughter, which is good to know. Where did he go? Is he moving about? Is this her?
Oh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
Wait, straight for the gut, man. Okay. This girl's kind of a jerk. What's your story?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
Charming. Do you know a way out of here? Now, what do you think about the Golden Rule?
You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing god who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent god would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
Oh, Scintilla's missing. Fair question.
Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing. That's what I thought.
Well, at least we know blasphemy doesn't break the Golden Rule.
I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving.
Wait, what? Yeah, this feels like a good game to take a nap on. I would not be upset if someone fell asleep while watching this stream. This feels cozy as fuck. I see you know how to handle her. Yeah, she's a soon. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving. I suppose we'll find out sooner or later.
I suppose we will.
She's kind of cute, though. I'll be going now.
I trust you can see yourself out.
Ooh, sweet bread. Is that bread? Maybe that's a pillow. I can't tell. This is paradise, though. Look at this. Beautiful architecture. Delicious fresh fruit. That's definitely bread. Do you have cheeses, too?
Ugh, this place has become a thoroughfare.
Alexa, meaning of the word thoroughfare.
I might have missed part of what you said. If you want to translate something, you can ask.
Alexa.
How do I say have a good day in French?
Alexa, meaning of the word thoroughfare.
I might have missed part of what you said.
Alexa, that's okay.
I really appreciate that.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
What? What was that?
On your best behavior, I trust?
Alexa's tired, yeah. These carrots are purple, as they were before modern orange carrots were cultivated. God, they had purple carrots a long time ago, dude. It's no doubt unpleasant cooking with such poor ventilation, but Romans probably regard that as their servant's problem. Yeah, just fucking hot coals, like no, just, ugh, not even a window? The music is quite pleasant too, to be honest.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
Of course, so Scintilla is missing. That's now confirmed.
What now?
What's your story?
I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the Magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the Magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others. And making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
How did you end up here?
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl. And pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitive tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
I like him, dude. That's kind of tragic. He lost his girl, man. He was just a soldier that just wanted to return home to his beautiful girl. These guys are so willing to give info so easily. Let me just legit tell you my whole life story. I mean, there's nothing to lose, though. This is a land without sin, right? Good voice. Really, really excellent voice acting in this game so far. I'm sorry to hear that.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Scintilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
He has one of the better looking faces in the game, too. What can you tell me about the Magistrate?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
Treat your inferior as you would want your superior to treat you. I really like that. Do you know a way out of here?
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
He's kinda cute. He's kinda cute. He's kind of a nerd, like he's kind of a book nerd, you know? He knows all these quotes and stuff. Can I see the citizen register?
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
What a sweetheart. This is everyone. A register of each person in the city in alphabetical order. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Of course.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like hundred-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
God, dude, I can't describe how much I'm loving this. Truly. It feels like I'm reading a good book right now. Where I'm from, that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime.
War crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
I agree with you.
Good. Perhaps we'll make a legionary out of you yet.
Or perhaps we can just like hang out and eat some grapes together or something, man. Are you saying you're in favor of it?
What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it. So railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing.
God, dude, that's beautiful. I wonder, these are real scriptures, I bet. That is just beautiful. I'm enamored. I feel so educated. I do too. It feels like I'm just getting like rich history lessons and just like learning about culture and society. Like, this is excellent. Let's talk about something else.
If you like.
Who are you going to vote for? He's going to vote for the current magistrate.
Not that it's any of your business, but my
Yeah,
loyalty
Sentius.
is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
Can I help?
I appreciate the thought, but you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings.
Oh shit, dude. I have so many thoughts right now. Cause now my main question, so his legionary that he served before he entered here was basically if someone committed a crime, 1 in 10 people draw straws, and whoever draws the shortest straw dies. So basically, if I committed a crime, I have to draw a straw. I could draw a long straw, and then some innocent person fucking dies instead. And then what he's saying is that the Golden Rule is legitimately 10 times worse, where when one person commits, the other way around, one person commits a crime, everyone receives the punishment, right? But my only question is...
Alright.
Who's this? Why are there already gold people here? What's happening there? Funny enough, his name correlates with how he is always in support of their superior. Oh, really? I forgot a name, but in school, a place used to do that, but with rocks. Yeah, I know this is based on, again, like, we're entering, like, the Midas touch curse, and so I've read about stuff like this. I actually learned a lot about Greek mythology and Roman culture and stuff like that before and after Christ. A lot. My mom was very keen on teaching me that kind of stuff. I can't steal. A ceramic ink jar. The ink appears to be made from soot and water. Love the word soot. Note from Centilla. Centilla, to Sentius and Sentia. My Clementia give you the strength to forgive. May Clementia give you the strength to forgive me. I am sorry to have to leave you this way, but I have found a way to escape, and I must take it. I hope we meet again. So she left. I bet you she was also sent by Prosperina or whatever. I bet she's from another time, because she's the adoptive daughter. I bet you she's from another time as well, and she found a way to escape. What if she's Karen? Is there like a day-night cycle that I need to worry about, or am I like okay to just take my time?
Citizen?
God, I love this environment so much. Oh.
What were you two talking about?
Sorry. What?
Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him?
He wasn't trying to buy my vote.
What? You're throwing your lot in with him for free then? That's even worse. Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it?
I wasn't thinking of interfering, but now I am. Who is he? I think he serves the other guy that's running for magistrate.
Oh, you just made a big mistake. Malleolus is gonna hear all about this, and he'll make you suffer the tortures of Tartarus while you're still alive.
Good luck with that.
Stircum Adite.
What? Alexa, meaning of Stircum Adite.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, translate Stircum Adite.
I might have missed part of what you said. If you want to translate something, you can ask. How do I say have a good day in French?
Okay, so it can't like pick up on, it's asking me I need to translate a specific word. I can't just say a word and it can translate it for me. Stircum Adite. I'm gonna look it up myself. What does that mean? Stircum Adite, it makes me think that it's have a good day. That would be my guess. Oh, I don't think that's it. I can't even find it. Now I'm just getting the history of circumcision. Ah, okay, forget it. I think it's like a sarcastic way to go fuck yourself. You think it's go fuck yourself? Yeah, do your little push-ups. Those are girl push-ups too. Look at his knees. They shouldn't be bending like that. Your calves look gross. That looks gross. You're a gross man.
What now?
Fuck off. I've made an enemy very quickly. I've made an enemy. I just hated his disposition, dude. I was pissed. Lucretia. Oh my god.
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient.
Oh, she's a doctor.
And a dear friend. Yulia. She was a good woman.
What happened?
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that
he already
highly."
knew. What?
Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here, with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
See now, like, it makes you think, like she said, like, if this was in any other city or any other type of society, she could just hire a thug, give him 500 denarii, and he could have just stole that shit from her. Or she could have just smacked that fucker and took the medicine that she needed. But you can't do that. Because sometimes crimes are worth committing for the betterment of the people around you, you know? God, I would... Oh man, this is fabulous. I cannot express how much I'm liking this. I honestly want to, like, make a video about this. I'm truly in love with this. What's the how long to beat on this? Alexa, how long to beat the Forgotten City?
Here's something I found on the web. According to TrueAchievements.com, the Forgotten City currently holds a 4.06/5.00 community rating and is expected to take 8 to 10 hours to complete.
Okay. 10 hours? Okay. We're gonna beat this game. I'm gonna stream this whole game. We're gonna stream this next Monday. Yeah, we're gonna keep playing this. I was gonna just, like, do, like, a quick, just a stream of this and then beat it on my own, or possibly just forget about it, but I'm on board, man. Is there something I can do to help?
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day, or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututo and scratching his eyes out.
That's dangerous talk.
Then you'd better get me that silphium quickly, hadn't you?
Shit. collection of barbaric-looking medical implements, including forceps and shears. A mortar and pestle haven't changed much in the past 2 millennia. Yeah. That looks like what I make guacamole with. A wooden rack containing various dried and ground substances. What a good doctor. What a good actress.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Like, I definitely get, like, the graphics aren't the best in the world or whatever, but it's the writing that's just fabulous, dude. The writing is some of the best I've seen in a video game in a while. No, I wanted to look at this. Is this what we're doing? Yeah.
How'd you do? Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius.
Oh, why is he friendly
shame
as
what
fuck?
happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we?
I need some silphium resin.
Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
You're price gouging over life-saving medicine. What is wrong with you?
Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it.
Take it. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
That whisper.
You sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands.
What happened to Navia?
She claimed the statues were whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this silphium or not?
How would I come up with 1,000 denarii? We're going to that palace. I want to know what's going on there.
That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years?
How about I just take it instead?
Well, if you did that, you'd break the golden rule, and we'd share the same fate as the last lot who lived here. Is that what you want?
The last lot that lived here. Take it and run, dude. So there was another community that lived here and failed. So they came here and there was already gold people here. Got you. I wish the Magicite, maybe the Magicite did say that and I forgot. Do you think the statues are trying to make us break the rules, or do you think they're trying to guide us and help us? Is that what you want? If not, hand them over now. No, I'm not even gonna bluff. You don't know that for sure. I'll take my chances.
Don't you dare.
Where is it? A stone mill. It looks like flour and grain are poured in from above and ground between the stones as the handles are rotated. Very satisfying. A Roman recipe for bread. A simple recipe for baking bread. A generous pinch of yeast, a pinch of salt, 2.5 cups of warm water, 1 pound of flour. Pour the water. I bet this is a real recipe. You could legit bake until the crust is golden and allowed to cool. Oh, it's just the backwards text. It's like it goes through. Man, I want to bake a bread. I need to tell my girlfriend we should bake some bread. That would be awesome. Can I save a screenshot? It won't let me save a screenshot? Oh, it's this button. There we go. A circular loaf of bread designed to be pulled apart into wedges. It appears to be freely available to anyone who wants it. Interesting, that's bound by rope.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside.
Oh, fuck off, you. He's just trying to, like, save up a bunch of 12 slave girls. Pale and plump. Oh, fuck no, dude. I have no sympathy. I will absolutely steal this. He has golden girls, dude. He's gonna sell them. Fuck no, dude. Where are these herbs? Or the resins or whatever? Oh, I still have my flashlight. He watches through their eyes. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
How'd you do? Ah, back again, I see.
I want to hear his story. What's your story?
You mean how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Let's hear it.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables.
What a bastard.
But, to my surprise, we make it. And I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin. So I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
You chose the cart, didn't you?
Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
So you took her... I think I see where this is going.
Naturally, I dived in after it, hoping to salvage my fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Alexa, meaning of the word commiserations.
Commiserations is the plural of commiseration. Commiseration is usually defined as the act of commiserating, sorrow for the wants, afflictions, or distresses of another, pity, compassion.
Okay, so that's like me sympathizing with him. I do not sympathize with him. I'm glad thank you, Alexa. Sounds like you got what you deserved.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few thousand denarii, but I've already made it back, and this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
Do you know of a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking.
Thanks, I'll keep an eye out for them. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
Oh, fuck no. I'm not helping this guy. Hasn't the magistrate banned weapons?
Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet.
I'm not getting you a bow, bro.
No need to decide on anything yet. Just sleep on it, yeah?
Who are you gonna vote for?
Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us?
I'd like you to vote for Sentius.
Not gonna happen.
Just a simple, not gonna happen. Imagine helping him. They said this game has multiple endings, right? I'll be going now.
Very well. Another time.
Opius, the thief, stole my purse, and I, whoever wrote this, did not finish. Opius, the thief, stole my purse. Oh, there's a sneak mode. Secundus and Cythera were together until the end. There are secrets about this city! I'm stuck! Get me out! God. Maybe this is his wares as well? Bottle of Silphium resin, an extremely valuable ancient Roman remedy for various afflictions. So my guess is that the golden rule does not apply for crimes. This is not a crime. I'm not committing a crime right now. This is something that he should have just given to us. Follow the magistrate back to the shrine and...
The many shall suffer for the sins of
What's
the
going
one.
on? What's going on? Breaking the golden rule isn't the end. Instead of reloading a save, we recommend following the magistrate instead. What? No! I broke the golden rule! I was wrong! What is going on? Okay, we will load the game. I want to know what happens here. Let's go follow the magistrate. Don't steal anything. Don't hurt anyone. Don't. Whoever wrote this didn't get a chance to finish, evidently. Loop through time.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius.
3-0 moment.
Who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
I'm just like frozen in the marketplace. You know the song. You know what I'm talking about. What a great moment, man. Oh, this game is fabulous. Phenom Sage, if you are in the stream, leave. You need to play this yourself. That was scary, right? Oh, I love how the game told me not to load the save. That was my first instinct is to load the save, right? I'm Dylan, and we've had this conversation before.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius, and you're about to offer to take me to see Sentius so he can tell me about the Golden Rule.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
No problem. I have to go.
Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Zipline handlebar? A rudimentary wooden zipline handlebar.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Thanks. I'll be going now.
All right. See you around.
Let's fucking go! Should I see Sentius again? I should see Sentius again. What's the quest? Lulia's not dead. And I have... No way, no way, no way. Do I have... I have the resin! I can bypass the Golden Rule. There is no consequence for me. I still took it with me.
In here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cumbulatus decius won't give it to me.
I have Silphium resin. Here, take a little.
What? Quick, give it here. Yulia, Yulia, you need to swallow this. Here, let me help you. Hopefully, in a moment, she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing, and at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
Honestly, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Look, if you don't want to tell me, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. But no matter. That was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her, and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need.
What's your story?
I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
How did you end up here?
My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked, and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came.
Okay, so
As
this
he
fire
prepared
has
to
a lot to
evacuate
do
our
with
villa,
everyone's...
I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it.
Why are you working out of a shrine?
Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense.
Tell me more about Navia.
Well,
Or
she
Navia.
used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good, too. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But
Okay,
I
we
had
need to
no
talk to
idea
her.
what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since.
Ah,
She's
dude.
been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know
Do you think
about
that she
it.
can time travel too?
But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem. A real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed, and he's in constant pain.
Ooh.
I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Navia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
I'll get right on it.
Really? That would be wonderful. Thank you. Let me know how you go.
Yeah, we got 2 people now, right? Yeah. I really like Lucretia. Is that the palace?
May Apollo keep you safe.
Oh, this is the palace. So the statues were correct. The statues are guiding us. So I don't know. Oh, do you think that Lucretia was the girl we were pushing on the bridge? Speak to me. Tell me what you want. Dude, I need a movie of this. They need to make a TV show. This is fabulous. HBO Max, baby. Netflix or something. This would be an excellent, like, 12-episode, hour-long episode series. Like, take your fucking time. Make it a little boring. Get a little boring with it. Like, just dialogue. Lots of dialogue. Great actors. Just dressed in, like, fucking robes and shit. Like, really go all the way with it. That would be so cool. It'd be like a really interesting modern day isekai. Like Moon Knight. Yeah, get Oscar Isaac. Oscar Isaac is us, right? What? What are you talking about? Like that kind of guy. I'm the bumbling dude. Okay, how do I get in here, though? Oh.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
What's your story?
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but... family's from Seleucia on Tigris. Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads.
How did you end up here?
Same way as everyone else.
Why are you still wearing your legionary armor?
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Why don't you have a weapon?
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now.
Not much of a talker, are you?
If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either.
Are you suffering from rheumatism?
Nobody is supposed to know about that. Did Lucretia tell you?
I figured it out on my own.
Gah. Look, I haven't been at my best lately. All my joints ache constantly, and the pain. It has a way of messing with your head. I get stirred up by things that shouldn't bother me, and then there's the statues, and my doubts about my faith. And
He's depressed.
I just want to scream. You want to help me? Do what Lucretia hasn't been able to do. And find me something to make the pain go away. Until then, get out of my face.
Shit, dude. He's suffering. So, something I've noticed is that everyone is going through some shit, huh? Everyone has seen tragedy or has been through something bad, right? Like, so far, everyone. Lucretia, even the shopkeeper. Priest. I'm waiting for them to talk to me. What is she doing here? Ooh, I will take that. That's free gold, baby. Secrets. A small stick with a sponge attached. Unhygienic? That's a funny achievement. A small stick with a sponge attached. This must be what the Romans use instead of toilet paper. It appears to be for communal use. Oh. They all shared it to wipe their ass. This wasn't for showering. There's poo on this. That's so foul. They did this? This is real Neko? They shared shit wipes? Never cleaned, by the way, too. Well, how much poo is too much? Like, eventually there's just gonna be poo all over it. You're not even cleaning your butt anymore. You're just getting poo everywhere. I think that's one thing about, like, the past that, like, people don't realize is that everyone smelled bad. Like, everyone, there was no, like, perfume and, like, cologne and deodorant back then. Everyone just smelled like fucking shit in BO back then. I think about that a lot, like, just about the past and about, like, in Greece and in Rome and in Egypt, like, they all just must have smelled horrible, dude. Like, there are people in those times that just never bathed. Like, bathing was like a privilege. Bathing was like... There was no bathtubs back then. Everyone just smelled like fucking ass all the time. That's crazy to think about. It would be so difficult. I mean, like, obviously, if I were to just live in those times, I would be okay with it, I guess. That's just how life is. But, like, if I were to, like, isekai, like, just transport here, I don't know how I would live. I literally, like, if I don't shower every day, I'm upset. Like, I get mad if I'm not able to shower. There's been times, like, when you're on the road and shit, I've had to take road trips where, like, sometimes, like, you're on the road for over 16 hours straight. And, like, fuck, dude, I haven't showered in 16 hours? Fuck no. Like, I hate that. Like, I get stressed and upset about it. Like, I feel so spoiled and pampered. And, like, deodorant, like, that's mandatory. I put deodorant on 3 times a day. Cologne, I'm wearing colognes. There's about 25 different chemicals on my body right now. But man, that's something else. So this was the oh! They pooed in here. Communal public toilets. These holes must be designed for use with the sponge on a stick. He died on the toilet. So you're sitting here, and I guess you must shit, and then it goes through here into this. But where does this go? That way. Fascinating. I love this shit. I love, 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 love. I wish there was more. Like, I love the history stuff. Oh, what is this? The only way out is... Oh, stop! Come on! Got me a video on Discord to watch later? I will watch that, for sure. Can you, like, believe that this game is, like, not popular? This is a niche game. You're the only other person in the chat right now, Neko. No one is interested in this video game. Like, this should be fucking celebrated. It's so crazy, right? And it's all marketing. Like, if this game was pushed, if, like, Sony or Nintendo, if this came to Switch and, like, Nintendo was tweeting, like, play this game, if it was in a Nintendo Direct, this game would be significantly more popular. And that's so sad, man. Okay, there's a rope here. There's like hawks flying. There's shadows of the hawks that are flying above me. Or people interested in these kinds of stories, yeah. A fountain producing fresh water, but where could the water be coming from? Yeah, that's a good question. I just really enjoy, like, There's a zoom in button. I haven't even like pressed all the buttons yet. I love this. This game, I feel like, was made for me. I love exploration. I love history. I love culture. What the hell? Seek a bow. I'm locking myself in. Don't try to follow me. Nothing good will come of it. Where is it? Oh. That's definitely something, right? What's going on here? Can I climb? Maybe I have to make that guy's bow, dude. God, I love this stuff. Find who? Ooh, I'll take that. That's not even stealing, dude. This is just like left behind Daenerys. Yeah, like this is the kind of game that needs to be on the Switch. I hope this comes to Switch. This was that bridge, huh? This is what I was trying to push somebody off of. He has the key? You think so? And this is where that dude hung himself. Sisyphus? You need to do his favor? Yeah, I think I do. I really don't want to. Maybe I can manipulate it in a way that's like, I'm not doing it for him. I'm really just having a good time exploring, to be honest. Whoa. Dude, what the hell is this? Look at that booty. You into that? Neko, do you like good booty? Is that a thing? Are you into a man's muscular ass? Let's be real with ourselves here. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like, why would I not be? Yeah, I definitely get that. Oh, okay, I can get back on here. Oh, shit! I can fall? What? These were all invisible walls before. That was a fucking while ago. I didn't know I could just fall. I have to take it. I gotta do all this over again. Shit. Okay, we're just gonna run by.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I want to follow him more. Last time I just saw him. I'm sorry about that, chat. We need to save more. I want to see him do the ritual. We didn't see this last. Holy shit!
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling... Oh, I guess how much did I drink? Oh, and since you see...
Sweet, I'm glad you can skip this stuff too.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to... And if it doesn't work... But don't worry, it's Alright, see...
We're gonna go to Lucretia, heal her.
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns.
That is Sisyphus! Andrew Bird, Sisyphus. I'll put that in the Discord after the stream. Incredible song. Love the story of Sisyphus. Yo, what the fuck? I don't remember being over here. Man, do you think there was a way for me to find enough denarii? I think if I stole that denarii, I would... What is this? An old scroll in which the author makes the case against the existence of the Golden Rule. The Myth of the Golden Rule by Dorotus the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by paying my respects to the god responsible for the city. For our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion, he deserves our admiration. But here I must depart from custom, for his attempt to imposing a strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreacting and deserving of our contempt. Oh, nice. That's better. Yeah. Thank you. Can I say I love the accessibility of this game too? It just feels like a game that's very much ease of use. The game wants... he had a cup in his hand before. The game wants this to be as easy as possible to play. God, is there a way to like climb vines later? I bet you there is. Okay, hang on, I'm lost now. We need to go this way. Oh, God. Is that death? Oh, son of a bitch.
Salve, friend. I'm... Oh. Just and... Oh.
I'm sorry, Neko. I thought I could live that.
Ixion turns.
Now fire hurts me? I was standing in flames earlier. What? There's a health bar? They never even introduced that.
What are you doing in here? She needs the What? Yulia? Hope that
I'm a time traveler.
A what? I'm sorry, I must have misheard you. I think it's your accent, because it sounded like you said time traveler. But whatever kind of traveler you are, That was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be, and maybe she can tell us who poisoned her, and who she meant when she... In the meantime, I'm happy. My husband, as he... It's a... And... Oh, can... And...
Right, one of my patients is suffering from... Oh, okay.
I really shouldn't say. He's become so irritated.
I just know Navia would know how to treat him, so yeah, I need to find
Really?
Navia.
That would be...
Okay, let me talk to Eluia.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted?
Are we saying Neko?
Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
Now you know how Subaru feels. TBH never saw it either. Okay, BRB, but when I do give my recap, when you... I'll BRB too. I'll take a break too. We'll both take breaks. It's time for a proper break. Oh, that doesn't stop the game. Yeah, let's take a little break. Let's take a little break. I'm done for at least another 90 minutes. Again, I don't like going super late. I do have a video that I need to edit that I want to mess around with a little bit tonight. So I'll probably go, it's 12:24 a.m. I'll go to 2 a.m. maximum. Probably like 1:45, I'm guessing, is where I'm going to end the stream. Central time, I should say. But yeah, I'll take a little break. I'll take a little break, do a little stretch. And yeah, we'll BRB. What music should I put on? I think I was digging this New York Connection. This is by Andreas Dahlback. Let's check this out. Don't close that tab. Stick around. We're staying up late tonight. Okay. I think we're back. This is a good track here. Very chill. So I figured it out. I figured out the Dashi paradox of the hand sanitizer. It's 99% no matter what. There is no 1% to be eliminated. No matter what, there is going to be a germ left behind. It's impossible to eliminate all germs from your skin. From your hands, at least. There's no finite amount of germs. It's unquantifiable. I think that's it. This kills a lot of them, but it's not a guaranteed amount to be killed. There's no like, oh, that's 99% of the germs killed on my hands. Sure. However, if I were to put it back on my hands, it's not going to kill that 1%. Because that 1% is not defined. That 1% not being defined, meaning there will always be that 1% on your hands no matter what. We got little bugs on us 24/7. Yes. Yes, we do, Neko. Look up cheese mites. There are little tiny bugs on cheese. Little baby bugs that are called cheese mites. And they're literally bugs made out of cheese. I'm not even joking. Put some cheese under the microscope, you'll see them crawling. They look like bugs. They literally look like bugs. And they're made out of cheese. And we eat them all the time. Cheese mites. It's a real thing. Alexa, what are cheese mites?
According to Wikipedia, cheese mites are mites that are used to produce such cheeses as Movenpick, Cantal, and Marmalette. The action of the living mites on the surface of these cheeses contributes to the flavor and gives them a distinctive appearance. A 2010 scanning electron microscope study found that Movenpick cheese was produced using Tyrophagus casei mites, while Marmalette cheese used Acarus ceromites.
Cheese. Cheese, baby. Cheese. Don't be scared. It's okay. Every time you breathe, there's something entering your body. Can I ask what happened to you?
As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no more questions.
I want to know how someone poisoned you without breaking the golden rule.
The golden rule? That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler.
Is that who poisoned you?
Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
I can't help unless you tell me what happened.
Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you, but it's a long saga.
I have all the time in the world. Tell me your saga.
All right. I'd been here about a week when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii.
Oh!
She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did.
Okay, notice how that is how much the resin costed, right? The resin's cost was 1,000 denarii. Exactly. Why would you lend so much money? Why would he lend you so much money?
I had to sign an agreement saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was? Hemlock.
What's hemlock?
It's a deadly poison made from a plant. Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes.
The black eyes!
She laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning.
Surely that would have broken the golden rule.
That's what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out.
Whoa.
His wife Claudia was just as bad. She set me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me.
The magistrate?
But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock.
The poison. So, but that's the thing, Neko. That's the thing. There was no rules broken. She agreed to that. They said, you will have to work for 30 years, and she agreed. There was no crime done. I see.
I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid.
So what'll happen to you now?
When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course.
So I should have let her die? The rule cares about specifics. Yeah, I guess so.
I doubt it. It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me, for trying to escape. At least until someone breaks the golden rule. Huh. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
I have a better idea. How much would it cost to buy your freedom?
A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night. He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelius set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him.
Perhaps I can help him too.
I doubt you could make it up to the bluff in time. I don't know who you are, or why you seem so determined to help me, but thank you.
I'll get right on it. I want to help him. He's gonna kill himself? Like, no, dude. Let's do that. Let me talk to him real quick, do all that. This hot guy.
Say, because nobody. I get you.
How do I get up there?
Keeping an eye on things, Horatius?
This time, oh wait, wasn't there like a chest or something? Yes. This is where Sisyphus is.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Actually, I need to really talk to Ulpius.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
No!
Oh, no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please, please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
I really think suicide would break. Good luck with that. I'm out of here. Come on. All right, I'll talk to him.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
I'm scared. I can't do that. Ulpius, can we talk?
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
No, I think you have the right to die. If you're suffering badly enough.
You're not going to trick me. I'm no coward.
Oh, I'm scared. He has full intent.
To go through with it.
I just think there are reasons to stay alive.
Like what? I'm stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis for the rest of my life. What do I have to live for?
Maybe we can be friends.
You're just saying that to buy time. You must think I'm an idiot. I'm out. Wherever you are. Scintilla, my love.
Scintilla!
I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
No! No! No!
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
His suicide didn't break the golden rule. What does that mean?
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the golden rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
Was that my fault?
That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived.
What happens now?
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
God. Jump? I urinated into Malleolus's villa from above and got away with it. Follow him.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Yes. Thank you. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizen.
Ulpius, to his lost love, may God watch over you. Please know that I held on as long as I could, but without you, my life is meaningless. I only hope we meet again. Meet again in Gan Eden. Ulia, to her captors, Malleolus and Claudia, curse you to the depths. By the time you read this, I'll already be dead, because death is preferable to another day in debt, bondage to you. May vultures peck at your livers in Tartarus for all of eternity. Yeah, this is very sad. I did not want him to die. A painted Greek vase depicting some kind of battle. Is that him? Where did he go? I don't understand.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected.
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above? That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
This is Malleolus. What's your story?
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
What will you do if you win?
I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
How will you do that?
By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
The Golden Rule is definitely real.
Nonsense. There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
Even if I can't prove it, if I'm right, then accepting it will avert disaster. If I'm wrong, then accepting it will make the city a better place. I'll be honest, I'm reliving the same day over and over again. The Golden Rule is broken each time.
What? Oh, I see what's happening here. Another poor, vulnerable soul taken in by Sentius's machinations. He won't get away with this much longer. Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read, as if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down?
Even if I can't prove it, if I'm right, then accepting it will avert disaster. If I'm wrong, then accepting it will have to make the city better, a better place, excuse me. Isn't that a good thing?
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish.
I can see nothing I say is going to convince you.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken. I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it.
What do you think of... God, the music is so good. It really adds to the ambiance of everything.
You mean the children's fable, exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants?
I'll be going now.
I trust you can see yourself out.
Oh, fuck you.
Through the door this time? There's a key just beside it. Still here.
Back over here. That dude died. Do you think there's a way I could have prevented that? Save again before you do anything. You think I could go back and go back to where before he died? Okay, we'll load. We'll go back, Neko.
Thank you. Thank you.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the gold. All right, well...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh, no. No. No, 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 no. Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal.
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us.
Do the
We're all
bluff?
in this
Really?
together, Ulpius.
I should do the bluff?
Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him. Thank you. And please.
I'm out. Wherever you are. Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
That was definitely the wrong option!
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord.
That was definitely the wrong option, Neko.
I'll have to let everyone know what. And
he's just a pussy. Neko, come on.
I hope you're taking care of your Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not?
Do you not see the dude attempting suicide right next to you while you're scrubbing the fucking floors?
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months.
Oh, fuck off!
And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it,
Stop this right now!
If you're trying to make it easier for me to build up the nerve, it's working.
Ulpius, can we talk?
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
You feeling the water yet? Oh yeah, I'm feeling the water. I was just going to ask you, what's wrong?
I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are.
I don't think there's a way to save him.
Love. I'm sorry.
That's every option.
Ulpius, no! I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. I'll have to...
I don't know if there's a way to save him. That means asshole. Thank you for letting me know. I don't think there's a way to save him.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? See you again soon.
I want to try again, dude. I want to try again. I don't want him to die. I don't want him to die. What the hell's over there?
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to
I'm fine, thanks. I'm feeling a bit on edge.
That's good, in a sense. If you're not on edge, you've not been paying attention. But on the bright side, once you've been here a few months, well, it's slightly less terrifying anyway. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
What's your story?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
How did you end up here?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage.
She's cute, not gonna lie. Yeah, she's kind of cute.
There were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
God, don't you mean gods?
Oh yes, of course. A slip of the tongue.
She's a Christian! She's a Christian! Let's talk about something else.
If you like.
We got a Christian in our midst! Do you know of a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate.
Thanks. I'll look into it.
I hope it works out.
What do you think of the Golden Rule?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbors as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
I don't think so. It seems that way to me.
If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention.
Oh, there's going to be some intervention, all right?
I wish I shared your faith.
So, you're a Christian?
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
Your secret is safe with me. I'm a Christian as well. Catholic raised, actually. But... well, agnostic, really, but... I was raised on that, you know? And I feel like my faith, the things that I've learned through years of church school and teachings from my parents and, well, reading the Bible. Honestly, I get it. I don't know if I believe any of that now, but I understand where you're coming from. And, well, as I said, your secret is safe with me.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
The water hitting. No! I would have said that regardless, Neko. Stop. Actually, wait, what if I say I'll be going now?
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh, no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all
I'm
in
trying to
this
save
together,
this
Ulpius.
man.
Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Do you really think a suicide would break the golden rule?
I don't know, but it's a crime for slaves to take their own lives. And a debt bondsman isn't far off.
Good luck with that. I'm out of here. Should I try it? Neko, help.
Your life's in danger just as much as mine. Are you really just going to walk away and leave me with this?
Yes. I can't help him.
I see. Well, if we survive, I'll remember this.
I'm out.
Oh no!
Wherever you are.
Ah!
Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
There's no way to save him, dude!
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
Was that my fault?
Was it your fault? You just refused to help me with him. And then he did the very thing he was threatening to do. I'll have to let him...
I don't want her hating me. We gotta load the game, dude. Neko, this is frustrating. This game has got me in a loop.
Salve, welcome.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what?
That's the...
What?
Why do you...
I know. Please.
I'm sorry.
Please, help him.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire. Don't you think I know that? But why should I care?
Okay, these are new options here. Which one? I care about you, or you're being selfish? Help, Neko. Help. Selfish. You're being selfish, bitch!
And it's not selfish to demand someone keeps suffering like I am. For your own sake, I am out.
Nope.
Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no! I'll have...
There's no way to save him? Until a clue. So you think I should just leave this alone? Should I just leave this alone? And visit that later? He misses Scintilla. So, where should I go? The bar, right? Wasn't that one girl talking to him? I need the bow, too. Okay, that's the one. I need to just keep exploring. Whoa! Is that kanji? Note to Octavia. An anonymous friend to Octavia. May the Lord bless and keep you. I'm sorry I could not risk discussing this with you in person. But if I am right, then you're a believer like me. You may not be able to worship openly here, but know that you're not alone. If you ever feel like you need somewhere to pray, there's a special place waiting for you deep in the caves behind the theater. Turn right at the first fork, and again at the second. Whoa, dude. He needs to die. Who? Neko, help! Ulpus, whatever the fuck his name is. It's his fate. Shit. Okay, well let me at least shut up. Let me at least investigate the weird Christian caves.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
What's your story?
Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?"
Sorry, what should I have done?
The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is. So, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
How did you end up here?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here?
A young woman named Karen dragged me out of a river, unconscious, and sent me here.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you?
Curious negative connotations where I'm from.
Why is that?
Because of memes! Yeah, I mean, like, let's get real. Ugh. Memes.
The memes? What are the memes?
A meme is a small image you share with other people. They've become a bit like their own language.
So, a bit like Egyptian hieroglyphs then?
Something like that.
So your people make hieroglyphics depicting this accursed character, the one they call Karen. I wonder if... No.
What were you going to say?
I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns.
You're being a bit coy.
I know. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too.
What happened to Livia?
Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the Golden Rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you?
I'll be careful.
Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns.
I'll get right on it.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
I need to talk to everyone. That's really what I should have done. I shouldn't be doing any quest. I need to talk to everyone to, like, understand, because they're making references to people I don't even know, you know?
On your best behavior, I trust?
Yeah, like, Horatius, C rules. I think that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna be it for tonight. I think it's a good time to stop. Like, if I go further, we're gonna go on forever, you know? Like, there's no ending here. Man, it was too fun. It really was fun. I think I'm gonna move this to Wednesday next week. So, this Wednesday we're doing Stray after Maiden Abyss. I'm gonna do Stray. I'm gonna try my very best to get that uploaded before 6, which is becoming very difficult because I keep wanting to put extra work into those stupid fucking videos. But I'm going to try to get that video up before 6. I've been getting up at like noon. I've been getting up earlier and earlier every week. So hopefully this time I can get on it a little bit earlier than earlier. And I can get that up before 6. We're doing Stray Wednesday. And then Friday. What did I do for... What are we doing Friday? What are we doing Friday? Oh, Silent Hill Homecoming. Holy shit. Yeah, we're doing Silent Hill. So we beat Stray on Wednesday. That's gonna be a big boy stream. Stray, I'm prepared to stream for 7 hours straight. I'm prepared to finish Stray next Wednesday, however long that takes. I'm gonna try to do it. Then Friday we do Homecoming, and then I think, man, Monday is like the death stream, right? Like Monday, no one's here, right? Everyone's sleeping on Monday. No one's hanging out on Monday. It's just you, Neko. I love you for it. I truly, truly appreciate you, you know, for being here. Monday is weird. Yeah, it is. The problem is, like, I wouldn't have to have Monday off, but the problem is I work overnight on Sunday. So I don't get home from work until 7:30, sometimes 8 a.m. Monday morning, my off day. So it's like I have to have off Monday. There's no way I can go back to work Monday unless I worked overnight again Monday. And I don't work overnight. That's not a part of my schedule. So it's really frustrating. Like, if I worked a regular shift, I would choose to have, like... I'd probably have off Sunday, to be totally honest. Sunday would be the best day to have off. So I would stream Friday. I would stream Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. That would be the best schedule, in my opinion. That would be the best schedule. Like, stream Sunday, have work Monday, Tuesday, have off Wednesday, work Thursday, and then stream Friday, and then have or work Saturday. So, yeah, that would be the most ideal. It works with mine nicely. But I have to work overnight Sunday, dude. That's so frustrating. Oh, that's frustrating. I want to get back to Yakuza, too, because I'm really enjoying Yakuza. I don't want to get out of that. And I really want to introduce Kingdom Hearts back into the schedule as well. So we have to try to get Kingdom Hearts back as well. But I really want to beat this game because I'm just in extreme, like, I'm enjoying this. What day works for you, Neko? I at least want to, out of Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday, what day works for you? I want you a part of this journey because this is fun. And now I will legit put it on the schedule. Thursday? I can't do Thursday. Well, you know what? I could do Thursday. Like, I could get off work and start streaming at midnight on Thursday, because I'm off Friday. So I could stay up super late Thursday and stream until like 3 or 4 in the morning. Because Made in Abyss, I got a vid too. I get it. No, I understand. I'm not, again, this is not me being upset with you. I'm just like, I want to have you there, you know? You're my favorite person to have in the chat. Yes, I said that. Neko is my favorite. Sorry, Regu. Sorry. Okay, you know what, next week we'll stream, I'm streaming Friday this week, so I'll probably have Friday off then, because I gotta do, you know, run errands and do other things and shit. So I'll have Friday off, so we'll do a Thursday stream. We'll go Monday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. We'll do a late night Thursday stream. I'd be down for that. I get off work at 10. I'll probably start the stream at 11:30, 12, midnight, and we'll stream through this game. I'm guessing this is gonna take a couple of streams, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm definitely down to do that because I definitely want to beat this game. This is not a one and done. I definitely want to beat this. This is a fabulous video game. This is a lot better than I thought it was going to be totally honest. Wonder how far we got in. I think we're not even a third. I think we're about 2 hours in the game. And the game's 10 hours, you know. This was dope. It was really, really fun. I'm entranced. I don't want to get fixated on, like, beating the game a certain way. I definitely want to just, like, do what I can. I don't like reloading the game so many times. Like, sometimes we're just gonna have to ride with it, you know? Like, I didn't like that decision, but fuck it, we gotta go with it. That's how life works, you know? And I'd rather just, like, oh, perhaps I just play the game again, you know? Play it on my own and played it in a different way, you know? But listen, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you very, very much, Neko-chan, for hanging out and being here. You know, I always really, really appreciate you hanging out and just being a part of the streams and being a part of this whole thing. Mondays are not the most poppin' day of streams for sure. But I love you. I truly appreciate you being here. It means so much to me. Streaming this alone would have been miserable. So yeah, it truly, truly means a lot. And thank you, Dante's 8, for hanging out too. And Phenom Sage dropped by, and of course Crisis Cannibal. He's lurking. He's lurking. Thank you everyone for being here, of course. Again, I don't want that to diminish any of my feelings towards anyone watching this, whether it be an archive or not, you know. Really, really appreciate you for being here. It means a lot. But yeah, look, Tuesday I'm going to be editing a lot. Wednesday, I got Made in Abyss. We're doing Stray. We're going to beat Stray. I hope you can be there, Neko. I hope, you know, everyone can be there for the finale of Stray. That's going to be a ton of fun. And then Friday, we're doing Silent Hill Homecoming. That's going to be a huge deal. I don't know fucking anything about that video game. So that's going to be a ton of fun going through that for the first time. Listen, I kind of like Silent Hill 4. So maybe we're going in a weird direction that everyone hates, but for some reason I like. I don't know. I like Silent Hill 4 more than 3. So, yeah, that's a thing. Silent Hill 5, next Friday, that's going to be fun. So we got Stray and Silent Hill coming up. And then next week, we'll do Dreams. We'll do Yakuza. We got to bring back Yakuza. And then we'll do this next week or something. But we'll figure it out from there. Again, thank you so much for being here. Look forward to the Big Boy video coming up this week as well. I want to get that uploaded Thursday. I really, really want to get that uploaded. Maybe Friday. Maybe, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But either Friday or Thursday, I really, really want to get that up. It's a Big Boy video. It's going to be plus 20 minutes, I think. As I'm editing it and as I'm realizing, like, oh shit, this is going to go over 20 minutes. Well, maybe. I'm not sure yet. I'm not 100% sure yet, but perhaps it will. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, Neko-chan. Thank you to everyone else watching this archived or live. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, as always, until next time, party on.